The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Cook. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Cook going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Come on.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Raiders 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Look, there is a certainty in this game. You know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Incomplete, right side to Cook. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cook up the gut. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders nothing. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. But if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Okay, ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But since the leaping rules were changed back in 2017, we only average about 1 block kick per week league-wide. They pulled out all the stops there, got someone in there, delivered a big block.
I actually didn't think it was that high. I thought it was even less than that, but those guys executed perfection right there. Really brought excellent effort on that snap.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Murray going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught out right by Renfro. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Looking to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Carlson is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A very solid gain of 27.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run again on first down. Cook knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got room at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds downs inside the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 70, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They run straight ahead here with White. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 1. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae. With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Cook.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On play action, it's Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Come on.
Murray now. Looking downfield, and That's caught right side. He's got his man. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
First down, Vikings.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. And some room to roam now. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So
it's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 65 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Phillips now for the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
96 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.